Let me direct my comments right here to a gentleman, I think his name was Dave, in Sydney, BC, who phoned and told me to shut up, by the way.
Charming.
Yeah, well, no, he says that he watches a bunch of music all the time. He and his pals, he's an ambulance attendant or something, and they watch all the time. And some days we play lots of videos, but some days you talk too much.
Oh, really?
So today I'm in babble mode. Davy Jones, we've met once before.
Great to see you.
Good to see you, too. So here we are, we're sitting in our environment.
Environment, yes.
And last time you were here, you were surrounded by, I remember, there was Mickey and there was Peter. And oh, by the way, I don't know if you knew this. Oh, of course you knew this. About 20 seconds before airtime.
Please don't remind me. Acid flashbacks.
20 seconds before airtime, Peter walked on our interview.
I know. Well, he gets a bit sensitive about certain things. I think it was a magazine you were holding at the time. It was a...
Rolling Stone.
Right, and I think they had reported him quite... in the wrong way for Peter to accept, you know. So he says, well, I don't want to talk to the Rolling Stone anymore. You're holding one of those Rolling Stones. Mind you, he still have his fish and chips in it, so
That's right.
I don't know what's wrong with him.
That's right. So you're here solo?
I'm here doing a couple of dates. I'm going to be in Canada. Actually, it's the first time I've ever appeared in Canada on my own. Right. I first came here in '65, actually. I played the O'Keefe Centre, playing the Artful Dodger in Oliver. And then I got hooked up with those guys in the Monkees. But I'm doing a couple of dates. I was in Ottawa last night. I'm going to be here tonight at Entex, yeah. And tomorrow.
Tonight, by the way, would be Thursday night if it's Friday morning.
Thursday, right. And then Friday, Saturday, we're going to be at Lulu's.
Which has the world's biggest bar.
Biggest bar, yes. Send me a beer. Right.
5 minutes later, it comes
Me
down
a
your
beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going out there and having a good time. Next year I hope to put a tour together, maybe get into the studio, cut some records, you know,
right.
Just keep going.
This is, I mean, because you could do a lot. I mean, you have a lot of theater background, a lot of theater that you could do.
I actually went back into Oliver this last year.
Did you?
Yeah.
Not as the Artful Dodger.
No, I started talking like this, my dear. Come over here, sit down by the fire. Dodger, take off the sausages. It hurt my throat a little bit, but I did it, and it was for a season down in Florida. I enjoyed it very much. Theatre's a real buzz for me. Yeah. Well, this is theatre. Come on, what are you talking about?
This is acting, because I'm not really a VJ. It just says so on my business card.
No. I mean, you guys. I mean, you're still the same, fresh. It's good. I like it. All this time passed. And you're still here doing it. It's quite a feat.
There's never any holes. I mean, again, like I said, there's never any holes in what you do. You can be busy, or you can be as busy as you want to. Right?
I think so. On a certain level, you can. I mean, the clubs that I'm playing right now are nice clubs and they're comfortable. I'm putting together an act, so I'm slowly breaking it in for myself. I'm singing some Monkee tunes, and I've got some new tunes that I want to sing. The idea is to go straight out there. I don't have an album, I don't have a recording contract. Right. To go straight out there and actually say, okay, here's my new collection of tunes. To me, it would be a bit difficult, because I'm not known for being sort of like a rocker or a singer in general. I do sing, but I'm more of an entertainer. So I sing some of the Monkee tunes, and I sing some new tunes that I do. I just like to break into that area of music very slowly. Although, you know, saying that, we sold a lot of records of the Monkees, but that was as a band, not as a solo artist. And so it's very difficult to get people to come out and say, well, okay, well, show us what you do. Because there's somebody out there that wants to hear Daydream Believer or Last Train to Clarksville Believer. And my new stuff and the stuff that I want to sing eventually, obviously you can't kick it all out. You want to go see Mick Jagger, you want to hear him sing Satisfaction, or Paul McCartney singing Yesterday, or Robert Plant singing Stairway to Heaven, but he ain't gonna do it.
He don't do it. What was I going to ask here? So, is this an experiment, like a petri dish, the stuff that you're doing for like, say, an album next year, or whatever the case may be?
This is sort of the appetizer. Yeah. This is sort of like for me to see whether I feel comfortable. I feel comfortable doing it because I get out there and I sort of rappity rap and I talk. I don't just go song, 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 song. It comes into my head. I speak about it. I talk about it. It's not sort of question time, but I would just like to see.
Davey, what's it like to be you?
Stand up. I am standing up. What are you standing in a hole? Yeah. I'd just like to see how I feel about it, you know? I know that there are some Monkee fans out there that will come anyway, no matter what I'm doing, but I want to see if it feels all right for me, you know? And it's feeling all right, and so maybe next year I can get into touring. I don't know, maybe touring with some other people. There's been a few people approach me and say, why don't you go out with this band, that band? But it keeps turning into a sort of 60s revival for me, which I'm not really too against, but I'd like to start, you know, making some more music, some new music.
When did that when did that? Oh, by the way, I just want to encourage the young people at home too to do this. Myself and a bunch of my pals will be rushing the stage tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
Rushing the stage.
Yeah, we're going to rush the stage. So you kids at home.
I'm an expert at rushing.
Yes.
I mean, I rushed Jackie Kennedy at the boat show. I saw all these men standing around, and I rushed in front of her, and I said, "Hi." She said, "Hi." I said, "I'm Davy Jones." She said, "Pleased to meet you, Davy Jones." I said, "Goodbye." And I ran, you know, sort of like pathetic, but I did it.
And you didn't puke.
I didn't puke. I just ran into a boat, you know, felt like a fool. Boing.
So, but kids, again, rush the stage. It's something fun to do. It's something to remember when you're older. Encourage your kids to do too.
I rushed and trampled Davy Jones.
An heirloom, so to speak, to pass on. Who's your band? Anybody that we would know? Any Canadians?
Not really. Some chaps that I met down in Indiana. I was down there working with doing a fair, a pop fest or something. They called me and I said, yeah, I'd come. And I used a band that was down there, and these guys play well, and they show up on time, and they're not drunk, so it works wonderful for me.
What do you think? What do you think about this revival? Why shouldn't you revival? Just the rejuvenation of Donny Osmond, David Cassidy.
I think it's fabulous. Yeah. Donny Osmond deserves success. He's a very talented man. He sings well. I've never spoken to him for 20 years personally. I met him when he was doing the Andy Williams show years ago with his family. Yeah. David Cassidy I know quite well. He breeds horses. I'm into horses too, so in the nicest possible sense.
And anybody home, raise your hand if you're into horses too. You want to see that? Sure.
Now come on, don't be shy. And he works in theatre, David, and I don't know, I've not heard his record. I heard one of Donny's a couple of years ago, but you know, whatever pays the bills, and if they're enjoying it and the people are going, then that's fine with me.
Great. I
don't feel in competition with anything. Obviously they say, well, you know, they were all 60s acts that were hits then. Let's see what you can do, and hopefully they'll come down tonight and see me at the club at Anecdotes. Yeah.
Okay, showtime. Well, whatever. Just get there early.
Don't get there too late.
Yeah, just get there. Get there at 6.
All you early rushers.
Get there at 6. Just hang around, wait. You know, service the bar. So
and then get angry by about 10:30. You know, where is the little shh?
Whoa! And I won't ask you this question, but I'll ask you. I don't expect you to answer it. What's the deal with this Don Kirshner thing at night? This ad.
I got a call.
Did they pay you $1 million?
No, they didn't.
You know what we're talking about here?
I got a call.
The award show.
A guy, a representative, okay, of Don Kirshner. Don, I know him for 25 years, and they said, "Will you come and be on Don Kirshner's Rock Award show?" I said, "Sure." I thought I was going to be a contestant. I got into the hotel room, they gave me this script, and I said, "I'm the host." "Well, that's very nice, thank you." Then I got there, and in between shooting, I all of a sudden saw, this is God's truth, I saw on the thing saying, "All these artists are available on one album." I went, "This is a commercial." They said, "No, it's an infomercial." I said, "An infomercial? What do you mean?" "An information commercial, bum-de-bum." So I said, "Okay, well, I've done it," and I mean, how can you walk out on an interview?
You should have given the money to charity.
Oh, yes, well,
give it to me.
I did. I gave it to my eldest daughters.
Did you?
They're like charity, yes. I mean, well, you know what 22 and 23-year-olds are like, you know?
Yeah.
They need every penny they can get.
I certainly know what 23 and 24-year-olds are like.
I'll tell you.
Anyway, so thank you for coming in again.
It's a pleasure.
And I won't ask you about Mike Nesmith's mom's patent on things and all kinds of questions I wanted to ask you. However, we have MC 900-foot Jesus coming in. So we're going to have to... Yeah, so as soon as you get up...
Well, it's buzzing here. It is a boost. That'll help me a little bit to...
Anecdotes, and Thursday night, and Lulu's on Friday and Saturday, Davy Jones solo stuff. Thanks again.
It's a pleasure.
And let's go back, way back. Well, let's go back a little bit. Here's Davy singing lead vocal on something from the past. You little kids, pay attention, would you?